Hello everyone who likes to slay the spire at twice the usual speed. I am Border, also known as BorderRRR, and welcome back to Roguelike commentary. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I've kind of missed it. I have been streaming a hell of a lot instead, which on the one hand, very fun. On the other hand, does mean there's time and energy to do other kinds of content, which is a bit of a bummer, but we will adjust as we always do. So, firstly, I wanted to cover Slay the Spire again because this footage you're seeing before you was actually recorded for another video, originally anyway. It's my little vid on like how to finish playing through an RPG, which I'm reasonably proud of. It's not the most high production video in the little world, but it was something a little bit different, a little chat, so to speak. I want to do more of those, assuming I can think of particular things to talk about, because I'm not an expert on video games, I just play them for fun, because that's what they're for. And also because Slay the Spire is a bloody good game, and I actually managed to I managed to complete a run as the defect the other day. But we're talking about the Silent today. So, one of the things I absolutely love about playing the Silent in Slay the Spire is, like, she's weirdly tanky. Like, you'd look at her and you'd think, it's not usual in a game that you kind of have the rogue archetype be the one that's, like, very defensive-minded, but she's really good at blocking. There's a lot of powers and skills and relics that really help her block a lot. And, like, you know what, I'm probably not telling anyone who's, like, really 100%ed Slay the Spire, like, I'm not saying anything that anyone doesn't already know, so to speak, but yeah, like, she's just good at being, like, tanky, which is why, I don't know, I beat the Spire with her a lot easier than I did the defect, I can bloody tell you that. What's it? The Watcher, I think, is the last one I need to do. I need to get on that. I mean, I don't have to. Like, honestly, I just want to, like, beat Slay the Spire with all character classes, just, like, you know, before the freaking sequel comes out. In fact, I don't know, I think it's coming out next year. Oh, and by the way, also, I've decided that these commentary videos, they should be half an hour long, or roughly at most, because it's like, doing, like, I don't know, more than that is a little bit long. I've learned this over on my main From the Jets channel, is like, commentary needs to stay a little bit, like, you know, a little bit peppy. It's got to stay lively, so to speak. In a full hour, it's hard on the voice, if nothing else. Alright, let's look up Slay the Spire 2. Slay the Spire 2... set to launch on Steam Early Access in 2025. Alright, I have time. I have... what month is it again? Hang on, it's August. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. I have 4 months to beat the Spire as the Watcher. Otherwise, I'm gonna feel bad. Because it's bad enough with Darkest Dungeon. Like, I have not even touched Darkest Dungeon 2. It's not in my Steam library at all. Because I've never finished the first one. It's too hard and it takes too long. And it's one of those games, I'm never gonna finish that, honestly. But, I just, you know, it's a good game. I like it. I love the art style. I love the premise of it. I love the narration. The narration is absolutely wonderful in Darkest Dungeon, but it's just too hard for me. Like, I don't know, I lose steam trying to grind my way through it. And also, the DLC is incredibly sadistic. It's too much for me. It's too much for my tiny little body. That sounded weird. I apologize, that sounded weird. You don't use your body to play video games, except, I guess, in the literal sense. In the sense that your brain is part of your body, I guess. But, moving back to beating, Slay the Spire with the Silent is one of the times where I have given up and I have had to kind of resort to, like, looking up a guide to figure out how the hell to do it. And it turns out, the Silent is not actually that intuitive to play. Because she's really only got, like, there's 3 ways to play her, according to the thing I read. I don't remember where I found it, I don't remember what website it is, but it helped me quite a lot. And, basically, like, you can do the Shuffle Master thing, where you just keep endlessly drawing cards, you can do focusing on poison, or you can focus on Shiv. So for this run, I was focusing on Shiv simply because it is tremendously satisfying to just constantly like stab an enemy with like 0 energy cards. It's bloody good. And also that synergizes really well with, well, what have I got there? I've got like the fans or whatever they're called. Yeah, so with those things, it's just every few attacks you get a little bit of block. Shivs are amazing for that, and it's so satisfying to do that. And in games like this, by the way, anything that allows you to deal damage, but like simultaneously like damage the enemy at the same time is like, mwah, absolutely brilliant. It's why when I play, wow, there's a game I haven't played in a long time, Fights in Tight Spaces. Damn, so many good games. I'm glad I get to play video games. I don't know what I would do without video games. I'd probably do something else. And I should have used Corpse Explosion. Damn it. Oh well. What was I saying? Yeah, so in Fights in Tight Spaces, that's why I like the counterattack deck the most, because that's simultaneously defensive and offensive. You try and hit me, I hit you straight back. Lot of problems with it. There's a lot of situations where counterattacking does not work very well, and it might very well be the worst deck to play if you're doing an endless mode run, because, well, with counterattack decks, I think not just in Fights in Tight Spaces, but in, like, deck building games in general, anything that, like, you know, counterattacks when you get hit, you really need to, like, upgrade those cards in order to, like, make him good, because, like, they just don't block enough damage otherwise, and then you die, shockingly. I know, right? It's terrible. Yay, shivs. I love shivs. I love shivs. So, what do you call it? The Guardian, I think this is? I have a terrible memory for names. Yeah, it is the Guardian. So, this is the boss that I am least scared of. I don't know, the amount, if you play Slay the Spire enough, like, none of the, like, first floor, not first floor, what's the term for it? None of the first area bosses are particularly scary unless you've accidentally stuffed up your build something terrible. But yeah, some of the later ones, like, oh, Deku and Donu, the Diamond and the Donut, the terrible duo. I hate them so much. I had such trouble with them. I think, in trying to beat this game with the defect, which, by the way, if anyone who has a fuzzy memory on Slay the Spire or doesn't know about this game, the defect is the magic robot. That is essentially like the wizard equivalent of this game. Deku and Donu, or is it Deka? I think it's Deka. You know what? I have the power of the internet, so I can look that up. I can look that up by Slay the Spire. Is Google gonna remember my search? Deka and Donu. Right, yeah. Yeah, frickin' Donu and Deka. Jeez. What I love about this game, we just gotta stop and appreciate just how unique this game's enemy design is and the whole premise and stuff like that, because it is a bit of a bummer that there is such a thing. Haha, get killed by thorns, you big wally. Oh yes, After Image. Mwah, After Image is so good. It is so good. But yeah, so what the hell was I talking about? Damn it, I forgot. Damn it, I did completely forget. Okay, so anyway, like Deka and Donu, they really kicked my ass when I was trying to beat this game as the defect, just every freaking time. Because, well, firstly, there's two of them, and, like, one constantly blocks, the other constantly increases the damage that the other one does. It's just generally a bad time. Boy. It's just, like, the problem, like, the guide wasn't a huge amount of help with me for playing as the defect. Simply because the defect is basically, well, your options are spam power cards, spam the claw card, or just go nuts. Like, the defect is such a, like, wild card, haha, that you can basically make any deck work. The problem is that, I was consistently unlucky. That is the downside of having games like this which focus on RNG, is that you just sometimes you are the unlucky one. Statistically, if thousands or millions of people play the game, then you might just be the one who's like really unlucky. And oh my goodness, that freaking like the after image power basically means that you can just spam shivs non-stop. Oh, it's so good. This run, I remember, was like such a fun run. Hey, a fun run for charity. Yay. That's what this is. Also, I love the design of the Silent in this. Just that, like, you know, that skull helmet, the robe. Very foreboding looking character. Like, really, really, like, good. I think all the character designs. I think, the Ironclad is, perhaps the weakest character design. But that being said, still bloody good. And I guess the Ironclad, I think, was the first character class they made. So, like, you know, give him some slack. I think that was the early days. Hell yeah. Take that, Imp Boss. Oh, I love it. It's also a little bit weird to see Slay the Spire, like, sped up like this. A little bit weird. But you know what? You know, like, I don't know. You still get the gist of it. And it kind of skips over me just sitting, like, you know, with my mouth hanging open, a thread of drool coming out, and then just being like, card, what do I do? What do I do? Oh yeah, that is what I meant to say earlier. I'm experimenting. Well, no, I did say it. What have I said? What have I not said? Basically that, like, I'm experimenting with speeding up, like, the gameplay for commentary, simply because there are just moments of nothing where I'm just, like, thinking about what I'm doing. And, like, you could probably keep up with what's happening, right? Just let the sound of my voice soothe you while, you know, Slay the Spire does its thing, loaded with caffeine, apparently. Oh, boy. This mini-boss, this elite enemy is also, it's one of those ones where if you either have it under control or you don't. Like, if you manage to keep consistently, like, killing his little minions, then it's, like, really not too bad. And, oh, you have a lot of money, past border, what you gonna do? I think I just got that card just because I could afford it. It's like, well, you only need to play it once. Find some potions, why not? Oh, lots of potions, beautiful. Mwah. Potions, yummy, yummy, yummy. And 2 after image cards, upgraded. Oh, so good, so good. And what you gonna do, what you gonna do? You see, like, that was ×2 speed, and I was sitting there, like, sucking my lip for a long time. Snake Plant, by the way, one of my least favorite enemies. The city, in particular, has, like, regular enemy encounters that feel more like elites. Just because of how frustrating they are. The Snake Plant, the fact that if you don't, like, debuff it and weaken it, it does, like, 21 damage, like, in a go, and, like, consistently, like, you know, it consistently weakens you and, like, reduces your block, and it's like, I hate it. I hate this thing. It's so annoying. Like, the whole point of an elite fight is, like, you know, it's elite. And this is too much. It's too much, I say. Too much, too much. And die, you friggin' plant. I hate you. And these guys are always fun. I also like the kind of, self-aware sense of humor in this game. Like, the fact that these cultists sometimes say is like, my power is unmatched. And then when you kill them, they'll say, my power has been matched. It's like, yep, that's right. Excuse me. I gotta speak from the diaphragm a bit more. I'm speaking too much from my throat, and it hurts. Don't throat things, people. That's bad. Especially in public. You gotta be heard properly in public. You can't be doing weird things with your mouth and your throat. People will get the wrong idea. People will talk. I don't have a dirty mind. You do. Alright. It's just so satisfying to play, like, multiple cards in a row. It's weird, actually, the appeal of, like, games that have this kind of card game aesthetic to them. Because kind of the whole ding-dang point of video games is, like, you don't need to use your imagination as much. And card games, originally, were all about, were all about, you know, like, the cards helped you imagine the thing better. It was the framework for your imagination to be like, you know, doing cool things. Like, you know, Magic the Gathering, you're actually picturing, like, you know, running over a dragon with a mammoth or whatever the hell you do with that game. Should I get into Magic the Gathering? I don't think so. It sounds expensive. Whee! Maybe I should. Well, if Magic the Gathering or any of the related property can be conceived of as a roguelike, an RPG, or an RTS, then I guess we could. My goodness, that's a lot of shivs. So many shivs! Shocking. Shocking, I say! I'm not sure you can hear that outside. I think that's like a lawnmower or something? Whee! Jolly good, jolly good. Smack, and smack, and smack, and smack. Do 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 do. Whee! Now I'm just watching the knives go stab, 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 and I think it feels good. I think it feels fantastic. Whee! There's nothing like stabbing a boss repeatedly in the face. Please don't take that out of context. If you are working somewhere and you want to stab your boss, it's probably a sign that you should find a new job. Don't actually stab your boss, or anyone's boss actually. That is not a productive way to settle your differences. Whee! Stab, stab, stab. Like, there's like other relics as well, as like you gain energy, like if you play a certain amount of cards in a row and all that stuff. I think, what's it? Do it like... Well, nope, boss is dead. Haha! Sucks to be you. Oh yes, 1,000 cuts. Like, the Silent just has really good power cards, and like, she's got really good synergy with like all her stuff. So it's really good, and that's me checking the route. This is a game where you need to check your route a lot. Whee! Oh man, this run was good. This run was so good. Also, like, the kind of, just so in case what people are wondering, that kind of dagger or knife that the Silent is using is called a Chris. And I'm like, let's just look up that knife quickly. I have the internet in front of me. I can do that thing. So, Chris. Knife? Okay, Chris. K-R-I-S. The Chris or Keris is a Javanese. Oh, it's from Java. Asymmetrical dagger with a distinctive blade patterning achieved through alternating laminations of iron and Nicholas iron. Not Nicolas Cage, Nicholas Iron. The Chris is famous for its I think it's pronounced Chris or Chris? Crease? The Chris is famous for its distinctive wavy blade, although many have straight blades as well, and is one of the weapons commonly used in the Pencak Silat martial art native to Indonesia. Chris have been produced in many regions of Indonesia for centuries, but nowhere, although the island of Bali comes close, is the Chris so embedded in a mutually connected whole of ritual prescriptions and acts, ceremonies, mythical backgrounds, and epic poetry as in Central Java. Not the coffee. Or the scripting language. Within Indonesia, the Chris is commonly associated with Javanese culture, although other ethnicities in it and surrounding regions are familiar with the weapon as part of their cultures, such as the Balinese, Sudanese, Malay, Majoris, Banjar, Hujanese, and Makassar people. The Chris itself is considered as a cultural symbol of Indonesia, and also neighboring countries like Brunei, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. Well, how about that? Alright, let's go. I want to look at... Alright, so... Description... Oh, it's typically not sharpened. Oh, right. It's meant for stabbing and tearing. Jeez, man. That's nasty. Okay, What are we looking at there? Are you stabbing a snake person? Yes, a snake furry, a scaly. with a real... She looks like she's wearing pajamas, actually. Like, that's an original character design. It is a very, very pretty weapon, by the way. Forging cultural beliefs. Popular culture. I wonder if... Nope. There's no mention of Slay the Spire in the popular culture section of Wikipedia about the Chris, which seems like an oversight. I think it's worth at least a mention, right? Okay. Oh boy. All right. Oh, you can hear the steam coming out of Borderwise's ears, or Border's ears. Borderwise is the From the Depths thing. Border is this. Border in general, then BorderRRR this, and then Border Art for the art channel, which is just stream VODs at the moment because I can't think of what else to put up there. Art streams are fun. If you didn't know that I do art streams, well now you do. And you should go look at it. Go look at it with your eyeballs. Whee! Da-da, da-da. Oh, I love shivs in this game. Let's look at what a shiv is. I know basically, but shiv weapon, also called chiv, skiv, shivy, or shank, is a handcrafted bladed weapon resembling a knife that is commonly associated with prison inmates. Ooh. Alright, so... Right, so basically it's just an improvised knife. Usage. The word is prison slang for an improvised knife. Apparently that is a thing in, like, prisons. Like, with prisons, you are trying to keep captive, like, literally one of the most intelligent animals on the face of the... Yes! Accuracy! Oh, that's such a good power! And I can't afford another one, because that would have been epic. But yeah, apparently, like, you would not believe the things that shivs are made out of, so... Okay, so... A shiv can be anything from a glass shard with fabric wrapped around one end to form a handle, to a razor blade stuck in the end of a toothbrush, to a simple toothbrush handle filed to a sharp point. Let's look up... objects... Whoops. Made into... shivs. Let's look at what here. Right, let's... I'm just going to... Objects made into Shiva? No! Now I'm curious. No, that's not interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna look at images. And I'll describe the images to you. Alright, so... A lot of it's pretty straightforward. It looks like... Yeah, it looks like just, like, sharpened, like... Yeah, there's, like, scissors, there's, like, just actual straight-up regular knives, just sharpened and made more dangerous. I'm seeing a bit of rusty metal, I'm seeing... what looks like a crowbar that's been sharpened. Deacon's hell. Other things as well, like, yeah, no, these are friggin', they're just knives here. Right, well... Apparently, like, it's possible to make a knife out of friggin' toilet paper, if you know what you're doing. You basically make paper mache and then sharpen it, and then you basically, well... Yeah, I shouldn't have told you that, honestly. Like, kids, don't make knives out of paper mache. Don't make knives, actually. Except, do make knives, like... I just remembered that one of my regular viewers, like literally forges knives and swords. 3D Reco, shout out. Also makes content on the internet, so... Yeah, like... Man, human beings are so inventive. Like, they made video games, damn it. Right, and also, like, the Awakened one, it's such a risk to use, like... to use power cards when you're fighting this thing, but... It's worth it in this case because it allows you to do more damage and also take more damage, so there is that. And you notice I am... Nope, don't do that. Don't get greedy, Border. And just like that... Yeah, oh, it's so tempting just to, like, keep playing power cards. But no, 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 no. You don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Neutralize. Yes. Perfect. And Dark Echo. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. It's interesting that, like, yeah, this game, I would say it is easier than Darkest Dungeon. You might say that's, like, a weird comparison to make, since they're both roguelikes, but they approach the roguelike thing in a very different sense. Like, Darkest Dungeon is kind of more like it's a turn-based RPG, so to speak. This is... I guess this is also a turn-based RPG, but, like, because Darkest Dungeon focuses on, like, a party system, the Communist Party in particular, that was a joke, that was a joke. Careful with communism, it's sticky and messy, and once you have it, it's hard to get rid of it, before doing tremendous economic damage to yourself. Almost as bad as capitalism. Actually, it is worse because it didn't last as long. Okay, right, we're here at the heart. Yes, made it to the heart. It always feels good to make it to the heart. Unfortunately, the heart is an absolute bastard of a fight, and like, oh, the people who made Slay the Spire, oh, they're evil. They're so evil because this friggin' elite fight that, yes, this bloody elite fight is like the absolute worst. Jeez. I don't remember how well this goes. Right, so when that whole thing of whenever you play like a power card or something, there's like, whatchamacallit, like something is, oh my goodness. This is like the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you. Look at all the shivs. Deacon's Christmas. I love shivving things. In video games, not in real life. In real life, it's very rude. Right. Right, she cried. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing with the preparation thing, is I'm literally just doing the thing where it's like I'm playing cards just to get more block. Yep, like that. And like so, and then... Yes, 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 yes! Die, you annoying boss fight! I'm just really trying to focus on killing this guy as much as possible. Yes, die! Yes! Oh, perfect. I forget what the Snecko Skull does. I think it's for... Alright, here we go. Here's the heart. Oh, this is a genuinely hard fight. This is a memorable damn boss. Let me tell you that. Let me tell ya. It's a pretty memorable boss. And it's a heart. It's the heart of darkness. Because it, like, oh yeah, that initial attack is like the absolute worst, I do have to say. Man. Oh jeez. I think, do I have the lizard tail? I do not have the lizard tail, that's a problem. Right, and that whole, whatchamacallit, that, not After Effects, it's, damn it, what's it called? It's After Image, that's the one. Deacon's Christmas. Oh, it's so useful for this boss fight, but as you can see, we've got problems here. Oh my god. So much damage, so much shiv, but will it be enough? Oh, it's unplayable curse cards, not status cards. Whoops! Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Also, yeah, like, the fact that this bloody boss... like, fills your deck with nonsense is just, it's a bad time. Bad, bad time. Oh boy. Oh no, so many shivs. No! All the shivs. No! No! Please let us try. Let us try. I believe in you. Believe in you, damn it. Oh man, I'm now actually like focusing on like what's happening. Like, I don't remember what happens actually. And also, I don't want to spoil it, because I might remember what happens. You know what I mean? When you get to the heart, oh no, you gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet. You gotta let things think. Oh no, freaking. So close. We're so close, please. Please. Please, please, please. Come on. Yeah, you got this. Did I mention it's been a while? Okay. Right, so, problem there is that the Spire Heart is an absolute mother humper of a boss fight, and I didn't do it this time, but, like, by gum, like, just shivving the hell out of everything is very cathartic, and I do recommend it in video games, not real life. Like, please do not make, you know, a knife out of a pair of scissors, or a butter knife, or toilet paper, or, you know, don't sharpen an old NVIDIA graphics card to, like, stab someone. That's bad! So on that merry note, thank you so much for watching. Please like and comment, subscribe if you want to. Check out my other channels, particularly the art channel. I think you will like it. And I will see you next time in whatever game comes next. Farewell!